Hello guys, so today we're going to be starting Psssttt Trials and Tribulations, the last game in the Psssttt trilogy. Also, the cat, so my dad's girlfriend is now living with us, and she brought her cat and a dog, right? And her cat has been in my room since before I got home. Like, I got home, she was on my bed. The cat was on my bed. And she has been there for the past 3 hours. So I haven't been able to make my bed because I didn't have enough time to make my bed yesterday morning. And so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. She's been on my bed for the past 3 hours. And you probably saw her walking out. Perfect timing to walk out right as I start streaming, and I don't have the time to make it. I mean, you can't even see it anyways, so it doesn't really matter, and I probably won't make it after stream because I might maybe go, because there's really no point for it to be made for like an hour or two before I go to bed. So yeah, I have some stuff to talk about. So first, video essay of the week. Fear and Hunger, the RPG that's looking new by Yazzie Chat. I have been kind of obsessed with watching like Fear and Hunger related videos, not gonna lie. Fear and Hunger is like such an interesting game to like watch, and it's made like all by one person. It's like, from what I know about it, Fear and Hunger is probably the hardest RPG that I know of. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what games I play that class as an RPG. So yeah. Maybe in the future I might try and play some RPG Maker games, but obviously we have to get through the games I kind of want to play that's on my I want to play like section, like I'll play in the future section. And me and Jem have been playing Sea Battle in iMessage games. So yeah, my driving lesson is okay. So my driving lesson. Let's move on to the next topic. So my driving lesson this week, we were literally just driving around, just like kind of practicing driving, just practicing like going like roundabouts and stuff like that. Mainly. I don't think my driving instructor wanted me to do anything new this week because she's going on a holiday for the next like 2 weeks. So I don't have another lesson until like the 29th of December. So yeah. Next. So yeah. Also. All these next, literally the majority of topics I have to talk about are about uni. So yeah. So today, let's talk about today. So I got into uni. It was like basically just like, oh, you can go in, you go in, get mark, and then you go in, you get a mark. If you have any questions, you can ask them. They just talk through like the most common questions, and then we split off into our like seminar groups, and then it was like, if you have any questions, you can ask them. I didn't, so me and my friend ended up working on our essays, on our assignments for this module, for our Friday module. Like all morning. She was listening to music, and I was listening to the Imp and Skids podcast. I've been loving the Imp and Skids podcast as of recently. I don't know what because I think a few months ago I watched the Good Times with Scar like collab they did the podcast, the Good Times with Scar podcast like episodes they did, and then a few months later I watched the Mumbo Jumbo ones they did, and then let me get up their channel because I started watching them on their channel first, and then this morning I was listening to their Spotify them on Spotify. So let me look in and Skiz podcast. So I think they released the episodes on Spotify first, then on YouTube, because I listened to their Vacation Stories podcast, which is the one they released today, and this morning, and then like an hour after I finished it, they uploaded it onto YouTube. Like I got a notification that they've uploaded it to YouTube. So yeah. Which one was the first? So I watched I know I watched Scars, then Mumbo's, and then I watched their TwitchCon like two-parter, and then I watched the one they did with Gem, and then I watched the two-parter they did with Eczema, and then I watched and then I think I subscribed to them while I was watching the last week's episode on imprinting. So yeah, you know, it's so nice. Okay, and then let's go back on to talking about uni. So and then after like a little while, after I think I'd listened to like 2 podcast episodes. So like, and at this point it was like 1 o'clock, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get. I told my friend like, oh, I'm gonna go get food. So I went down to our like uni like cafeteria first. They didn't really have anything I wanted to eat. They had like it was like kind of scarce today, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Morrison's. So I went up to Morrison's, and I was going to get pasta today at Morrison's, but they don't like provide forks with the pasta, and I don't know whether they have like a separate like free forks like standing like nearby. I didn't see one. But yeah, no fucking forks. So I couldn't get pasta, and I didn't want to buy like a set of forks because if I was gonna buy like a set of forks and then the meal deal, that'd have been more expensive than it would have been if I just bought food at uni. So I ended up just getting like a ham and cheese like panini, which was so fucking dry. Morrison's ham and cheese paninis are so fucking dry. Like, I just get them because I like ham and cheese, but it's like so fucking dry. So yeah. Oh yeah, so my uni app, let me get it up. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I don't trust the reflection. So yeah, so my uni app, the check-in like attendance thing, so we have to like put in a like code to actually like check in our attendance, and one of my tutors was like, oh yeah, if you're in this morning, there's no like seminar or anything today, so you can go work on your assignment. Everyone else here today will check you in for the seminar and like online session, and yeah, so they haven't done that yet. The tutors haven't done that yet. They'll probably get that done like next week, but for some reason for some reason it's like showing up on my timetable that I've just like not checked in like the past few weeks, and my attendance has gone down. But I've been in every single like lecture, every single seminar that we've had like since the start of this year. Like I've been in every single seminar and lecture this like semester, and it's literally only showing this week's like session as like being checked in, which is annoying. The attendance has just been like The attendance things, I need to clean my glasses, Jesus Christ. The attendance things have been kind of fucked up for like a lot of people. Like there's some people who can't check in, like my friend, one of my friends yesterday, for like yesterday and on Wednesday. So one of my friends does it part-time, does uni part-time, so she's only in Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I felt like, for yesterday and Wednesday, she just hasn't been able to access her timetable, and the only reason she's nowhere where her room is because we've been like, we're in the exact same lecture hall like all 3 days of the week, and like me and her are in the same me and her are in the same like Wednesday seminar groups. I don't think we're not in the same Thursday seminar, but I told her yesterday to try and reinstall the app, like delete it and then reinstall it. Luckily that managed to work and she could get into her timetable without the app like crashing, but Jesus Christ, it's been so fucking annoying. And she couldn't even like check in either. She couldn't even like say that she was here, like put her name down on the register. So it's like fucking annoying. And like there's other people who have like had the same issue of like, there's been other people who have had like the same issue of like the attendance like just like deleting off their timetable. Like it used to show that they were in, but it just now doesn't. Like it's not like it says, oh, they were absent, it just says they haven't checked in when they have, and they've like been there, or like they asked like one of the tutors to sign them in. So yeah, so hopefully that should be, I'm gonna hope that it's gonna be updated by next week. And if it's not updated, I'm on online all next week. So if it's not updated by January, when like we have to go in, I'm gonna tell one of my like tutors to be like, being like, hey, it's not gonna it's just not. I'm gonna like probably email one of my tutors for each of my sessions, being like, I've been in all of these sessions and it's just like deleted it off my like attendance. So yeah, hopefully they should be able to get in contact with like the people who like run the app and do the attendance. But yeah, the attendance on our timetable has just been a complete piss take, because I know I've been there. It's just been a complete piss take, honestly. So yeah. Yeah. So okay. So you guys know I had, so basically, and for one of my modules I have like tests. For my other two modules I have assignments. For one of my modules I only have one assignment. For my Wednesday module I only have one assignment, and for my Friday module I have two assignments. So like two the assignments are like essays, and then for my Thursday module I have tests, right? And for the first test I got 78% right. On the second one I got 82.8%, which is like 4.8% higher than what I got like originally, than what I got in the first test. I'm gonna take my glasses off again because I don't want to dox any like information from it from reflecting from my phone onto my glasses. So yeah, so I'm gonna, let me just look at the results real quick, because we have short answer like question at the end, and then we have multiple choice. So let me try and find my thing. So there it is. So on the first test, on the multiple choice, so there's 30 multiple choice questions and then one like short answer question. So the multiple choice are like out of 30, out of like 30 points. And then short answer question is like out of 100 points. So on the first test, I got 78%, and on the multiple choice questions for that test, I got 26 out of 30, and I got 65 out of 100. And then for the second test, I got 82.8% overall, and then I got 27 points. So one higher than I did originally. So like it's basically the same. So 27 out of 30 on the multiple choice, and then 72% on the written answer. Now I was like, I kind of knew. I thought honestly I'd do like worse on like the multiple choice. Hello, thank you for following Mellow High. Hello, welcome on in, Mellow High. How are you doing? But yeah, so I thought I would honestly do worse on the second test, because I knew, or like I'll do like the same as I do. Hello, Mellow High. Hello, welcome on in. But yeah, I thought I would do worse on the second test because I knew I was gonna do better on the second shot. This is my autocon. I should get my main soon. Okay. But yeah, so I thought I would do better on the short answer question, the second short answer question, than on the first one, because I like the second multiple choice one. Not just second multiple choice, second short answer question. I did it on Isaac because in our short answer questions we get given 3 questions and we have to choose one to answer. And so I chose for the second test. I chose Isaac. I can't remember which one I chose for the first test, but I just knew I would do better because I already knew quite a bit about Isaac, because we did Isaac study at A level as well, so I knew quite a bit about that. So I knew I'd do better on that, but I thought I would do worse on the multiple choice, on the second multiple choice questions than the first, because on the second one it had questions about being like, oh, blah, 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 being like, oh, who proposed this? Which researcher did propose this? And I am horrible with names. I'm just horrible with that shit. So, like, I thought I would just not do great on that one. Not that I would do absolute shit. I just thought I would do worse on the first test. But no, I actually did better. I just go Mellow High for everything. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I actually got better on the second test than I did on the first one. So yeah, I'm currently playing Sea Battle with Jem. So yeah. Also on Wednesday, on Wednesday, my uni had a Christmas fair, and I took a little look around because I didn't have any work to do in the afternoon other than work on my assignment. And I think on my assignment on Wednesday, you're nice. Well, thank you. On Wednesday, I only had like 200 words left to do on my assignment. So yeah, I didn't really have that much to do on my assignment, so I could do that in like an hour and a bit. So I took I did it in like an hour, I think, like an hour and a half. So on my lunch break, I took a little look around on the Christmas fair, and I literally had Chrome open on Sugar Stream, so that's why it's so bright. So yeah, I bought this bracelet that I've been wearing I've been wearing for the past few days. It's pink, purple, and blue. And then I bought a piece of artwork, which I'm kind of tempted not to show for a while, because I know the artist posted on her Instagram story like the other day on Wednesday that she came to my uni and she said the name of my uni in her Instagram story, and I don't know, and some people might remember that if you follow the artist and recognize their art. But just so you know, I bought a piece of art and I don't know if I should show it because some people might recognize the artist. Or maybe I'm just being paranoid. Kind of being a little paranoid, but whatever. You know, I'll just show it. I don't know if you can see it. I put it here. Can you see it? It's that one next to the Yokai Watch poster. Oh yeah, I put the Yokai Watch poster up there, and then that one, Batman one, right next to Yokai one over there. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You can barely tell the detail on it with my shitty webcam though, unless I get try and get a bit closer. But that's not going to happen. I mean, I can try and show you guys whenever I do next do a room tour, because I haven't done one of those in a little while. Honestly, I need to check my moon lamp because you can't really tell, but it looks like it's close to dying. So I'm gonna put that on charge. But yeah, you know, I'll just tell you guys the artist because I think the story has expired. I think. Let me just look up her Instagram, see. She's the first person that comes up on my Instagram. But yeah, I don't think it'll show anywhere. I don't think it's shown anywhere. Name of my unit. Yeah, so her name is Hildis Vinny _ art. That is her business. You can't even tell because of how bright it is. But yeah, that is her. And yeah. But yeah, anyways guys, anyways. We're gonna get into Ace Attorney. So yeah, today we're starting Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulation, and I feel like my camera quality has just gone to shit. I'm realizing now how kind of shit it looks. I'm gonna refresh it. It kind of looks kind of shit, but not fucking ever. I can tell how kind of shit it looks. It just looks grainy, honestly. From my perspective, it just looks kind of grainy. But that's it. So, well, let's see how it will look from the viewer's point of view, because let's see what it looks like from a viewer point of view. So I'm going to Twitch and let's see how grainy it looks. And it just instantly puts me into mod view. Forgotten that it did that, so yet if I don't get out of mod view for a second. Does it look grainy? You can't really tell. You can't really tell that much, if I'm being honest. I think it's just more noticeable from my end. I think the graininess is just more noticeable on my end than it is on your end. So yeah, I mean, you can still tell that it's kind of grainy, but it's not bad kind of grainy. It's just it's just more noticeable to my eyes. So yeah, okay. I need to. No matter where I put stuff, it's gonna make me look brighter on this side. So, and oh god. Okay, I need to turn the brightness down on my computer. I need to turn the brightness down on my computer. How do I turn the brightness down? Display, let me see. Change brightness automatically. do I do that? I'm literally just going through my settings right now to turn the brightness down. Let me see. Brightness. Oh, that's way worse. That's way worse. Yeah. That was way worse, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, if I go over here where it's like less dark, maybe, then maybe you can just tell how fucking white I am. The strength. Okay, can I not? Go through and manually adjust my settings. And the thing is, I can't also like adjust the brightness of my webcam here. Like I can't turn the light off from there. So on the settings. Let me look this up. How do I manually adjust brightness? I should specify Windows 10. Open the action center in the taskbar. What the fuck is the action center? So, what the fuck is the action center? What the fuck is that? No, it's not that. What the fuck is the action center? What the fuck is that? No clue what I'm fucking doing. Usually it's not this bad. I feel like it's not this bad usually. Like if I just chill back here, then it's like not too bad. But if it's like, then it's bright as fuck. Jeez. Wait. Let me see. Can I manually adjust my? Wait. Can I adjust my webcam? That's like the main thing. That like webcam settings. I mean, maybe if I just minimize Twitch Studio and keep minimize Twitch Studio and then keep Psssttt open, maybe that will work better. I'm just viewing it on my phone. I can still see chat up and everything. It has barely done shit from what I can see. So I don't know. Yeah, it's barely done shit. So let me see. Can I drag it over here? know what? Let's not worry about this like too much. So yeah. So anyways, let's get into trials and tribulations. So let's go to this screen and okay, new game. So last time I played this, which was 2 weeks ago, we finished this. We finished Justice for All off, and now we are playing Trials and Tribulations, episode 1. Turnabout Memories. Wait, did we play as Mia? I think we play as Mia. I think this is the flashback. I thought this came later, but I think we play as Mia and not Phoenix this time. Which I think we play as Mia, if I'm not correct. How did I get into this mess? Yeah. And then Phoenix is our defendant. Why? Why did I do that? Yeah, I think Phoenix is our defendant. Yeah, that's Phoenix. That's a younger Phoenix. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Ooh, who could it be? Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Ooh. It wasn't me. I didn't. We know you didn't do it, Nick. We know you didn't do it, Phoenix. I didn't do it. We know you didn't do it, Phoenix. Otherwise, we don't have the Phoenix write Ace Attorney trilogy. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey's second trial. Oh, so we only get one trial. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court. Defendant not being number 3. And the same bailiffs here all the time. Same bailiffs. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Grossberg! Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning. Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Sure, Mia. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a liar. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Oh, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. With your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, he suddenly said. Quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about this case, I mean. What? Yeah, and you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our clients see you so nervous. I'll check the achievements. Claire, episode 1. Press Dahlia's claim that Feeny pushed him twice. I think that's it for this episode. For this episode, just pressing Dahlia. We'll learn who Dahlia Hawthorne is later on, don't worry. You see, the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. There he is. The man himself. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling here. I just want to say, I'll give it all I got. It'll be fine. No problem. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a code or something, Mr. Rye? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a code. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he said. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, look on my shirt. Mia! I love getting like a little bit more backstory on Mia, like all the time. I just love Mia. Mia's great. I know that we only got like little bits and pieces of her over Justice for All, and like little bits and pieces of her um in the first game, and you know, I'm doing Phoenix, right? But yeah, she's pretty great. Mia's pretty great, yeah. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Faye. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. Wait, so she was only a lawyer for 5-ish years before she died? That's kind of sad, isn't it? That feels sad. Like, let me look up how old she was. Mia Faye age. 27. And she was 24 in this case, but she's 20. Doesn't make any sense. That's like 3 years. Oh wait, no, this is like 5 years before the other cases in Trials and Tribulations. So I'm guessing there's like a year between this and Justice for All, and there's a year between Justice for All and the first game. There's like a year between the first game and Justice for All. So yeah, it's like 2 years in total since Phoenix officially became a defense attorney. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then. Well, I'm here again. Here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client and for myself. April 11th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Pain. It's fucking pain. Hate pain. Pain can go fuck off. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yeah. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Faye, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is that a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? Isn't that him standing right next to you? Yeah. Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Payne, you open this table, please. Well. Can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting the new defense lawyer. Shut the fuck up. I hate this guy. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be overstated. Shut the fuck up. What was that all about? Are you trying to trash talk me? You know, this is the 10th trial we've done, and I just want Payne to just shut the fuck up. Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. That's kind of a pun on Ivy League universities, isn't it? The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a 4th year student studying pharmacology. So, pharmacist. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yeah, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Okay, we'll go through the evidence in a minute. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And then the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity. What the fuck does that mean? Sagacity is well earned. Your Honor, what the fuck does sagacity mean? The quality of being sagacious. Sagacious means having or showing a keen mental discernment, and good judgment, the wise or shrewd. What does discernment mean? The ability to judge well. Okay. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I don't mind losing you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. Shut the fuck up. A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, perfect opportunity. But what was it? The cause. Go on. Please see now at least this much. I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to move through the whole file. That's the most... My handwriting's a bit expensive, yeah. Mia. That's the most basic shit. I can't believe how idiotic the defense is. Mia and Phoenix are in the tutorial trials. Is this what it's going to be like when we do Apollo Justice and Great Ace Attorney Chronicles? Let's see here. The details of the case are filed in the court record. You knew that already, didn't you? The court record. I think I can see that by pressing tab. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and be careful before you answer it there. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. But stay calm. I'll let the prosecutor get the better of me. Okay, we have Mia's attorney Mia's attorney's badge. There we go. Proof of my profession. The first and last time I wore it was a year ago. Doug's autopsy report. Date and time of death. 4th and 9th. Or is it 9th and 4th? I don't know. At 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electrical shock. And then we've got crime factor 1. The crime took place behind an Ivy University building. And we have exposed electrical wire and a broken umbrella. That's all the enough things I can see. Other than, Doug's body. So, yeah. And then we have the profiles. So we have Marvin Grossberg, my superior and the head of Grossberg Law Offices. We have Phoenix Wright, my client, a third-year art student at Ivy University. So originally he didn't want to be a common law, he wanted to be an artiste, like Larry is, I think, later in this game. Currently has a code. Yep. Doug Swallow, victim. He was a 4th-year pharmacology student at Ivy University. And then we also have Dahlia Hawthorne, who will come later this game. Later this trial even. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend dated the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. I feel like Dahlia's character should have shown up in the profiles later on when she's, actually fucking introduced, but whatever. And then we have Winston Payne, the prosecutor for this trial, a veteran lawyer with a little too much confidence, just a little bit. So it's the same Payne as the one we faced. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just tap here. Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? How could such a thing happen? The murderer used some type of new superpower, stun gun perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But first, one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently there's some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney. Seems to know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. Shut the fuck up, Payne. It's the worst. I don't like this guy's smug attitude. Neither do I! I hate him. This one's the Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. Don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, Really? Really? because we defeated him when Wright was, in Wright's first case, and this is Mia's second case. So, yeah. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of bad blood between the victim and the defendant? This time, I'd like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? I don't need to get all worked over this. I said all of our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old grade Bates' face. It's an old grade Bates' face. Mr. Grossberg, this is a better example for the young lady. Yeah, evidence is the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what we got. What's the cause of blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? Boom. Dahlia. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Now I see why Dahlia was added. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Faye. See, I've picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she had some part to play in the story. Oh, definitely, yeah. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Yeah, fuck Payne. I hate him. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call the first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, mistake? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? Yeah. The defense has no objection here. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Okay. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. What's your percent? Right now, I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what you did before you got arrested. I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swell? But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was. So you can't control that he has a code. The defendant, please refrain from passing this code to the rest of us. It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Witness testimony, yeah. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. Never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. So Doug Swallow was British. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. It looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? Oh no. It seems like you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be... the witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? How dumb are these lawyers? How many years in law school did you go through again, Mia, that you don't know what fucking cross-examination is? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, the statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty. You see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now that was a lie? Contradiction? Maybe. Now then, your cross-examination. Can you please say? Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. Wouldn't do that to me, would you? You know what we do before cross-examinations? We've all been here before. We save. But let's save this. Right, 3. Here. I admit I was there. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Dude, you good? Anyway, Mr. Wright, what are you doing at the scene of crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? You say you found the body, so you called the police. I thought there were some other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing right there next to the body in shock. Yeah, because he just found a fucking body. What, is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I think you knew that to begin with. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right, well, no. That is, I mean... So which is it? Did you know him or not? Bloody hell! Now see here, you can't find answering the question by sneezing all day! Yeah, we got it, you have the code. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me? Why didn't you tell me that before? Yeah! Nick! This is the guy that we play as in the first game and in Justice for All. And I think we might play a bit as him in Apollo Justice, maybe? I don't remember. I heard he used to date Dolly. Who's this Dolly person? I started being the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So sweet. That's all I knew about him. Mr. Wright, say the following in your testimony. How did you knew the guy to begin with? That's right, I mean, why would that even? Doesn't sound right. How did you knew him? Now would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Yeah! I mean, wouldn't you have not known his accent? Well, Mr. Wright, I know it was me, I'm not a killer, I swear! Mr. Wright, I'll give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yeah, well, he was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Ah, did you see it at a crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yeah, that's right, I saw it at the crime scene. Bullshit. There's no Union Jack there. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. That's why. So I figured it must look British, see? It's true, cross my heart. Because I didn't do it. Bullshit. He's acting for shit on the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss May? Yes, Your Honor. What is it now? Who's this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow. Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, the insight astounds me. How the fuck does he not know that the flag of the UK is called the Union Jack? The idiocy of the judge astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this just now? Mia, there's a contradiction here. Mr. Gosberg, quickly now, should I buy mean business with evidence, I mean? Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? I can handle it myself. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When it goes to take a contradiction, you must make sure you present some definitive proof. Yeah, we get it. Definitive proof. We played this before. We know what we're doing. Okay, Mia, one more time from the very beginning of his testimony. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right down his back. His face has some points this line of questioning. Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what it was wearing underneath that jacket. Dumbass. I can't believe he's our future liar. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me! To the whole court! Please forgive me. This kind of call. Mia, you made him cry. Look, that P on his chest doesn't even stand for Phoenix anyways. Pussy. Can't believe I trusted it. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was impressive. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. To you, dumbass. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Or did I go too far? Maybe. By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... What's the medicine that you took? An over-the-counter brand? Called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills cold good. Hey, wait a second! How do you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually I seem to have lost it somewhere. You lost it? Does that even have to do anything in the case? Yeah, it does. It means he lost it. It's a crime. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Joanna, I'd like you to take another look at the photo from the crime scene. Oh, he was holding it. What's this? The victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the court and record as evidence. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Yes, it ceased to function when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids. Oh no. I feel bad for Grossberg, man. The truth is, only because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that bud. What time did he die? 3 p.m. Okay. We talked for a bit and then around 3 we split up. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Around lunchtime, so that's like what, 12, 1? That's right, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Faye, please begin with cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. We save. We gotta save. Press him. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. This Dolly person is it's kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart. What was that for me? Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Dahlia Harton was also the lover of murder victim Doug Swallow before she met Mr. Right Eyes. So it's one of those nasty love triangles I see. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there around the time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist, I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating! He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details. What do we ask him? Ask about time of the meeting, then we can ask about the pharmacology. We can press him again and ask him about the pharmacology department. So you are absolutely certain you met at 2:45? I'm pretty sure. That's the time class ends. Do we have his? Okay. I can't tell what that was. So that would be 12, and then that would be 3. So that's just after 3 there. So like 3:05 when he was found. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyways. Witness, let's go and read testimony. Okay, let's press him again, and then we'll ask him about the pharmacology department. I'm going to turn the music slightly down. And then we can speed through this and ask him about the pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there are electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. So, what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometimes. I wish that were true. They're probably talking about Dahlia. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. And why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Which is, you know, that's fair. That's fair, yeah. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. You know, I'm buying it. I'm trusting my man Phoenix. Trusting my boy Phoenix, right? It's very unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in the spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. Yeah. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. What friends? What friends do you have, Phoenix? On the day of the incident, what did you eat for lunch? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I was here with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like I hit someone all of a sudden. Mia! I just punch her mentor in the face. It's her in the throw for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately at the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much for a little girl. Just a fuck up pain. The worst. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, yeah, correct, Your Honor. So, how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? I could somehow establish how it was done. Maybe I could still come out of this mess smell like a rose. Let's establish the murder method. Your Honor, yes, Miss Faye? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to resolve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence, and we have evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I totally forgot about that. Now let me say, let's see what you got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Let us present this and ramble on about it. Just how rookies do. So, cause of death. So this picture captures it quite well. What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. You haven't looked close enough. Or thought long enough. But then again, the judge has like one brain cell. You know what? No, he has negative brain cells. I don't even know how he became a fucking judge. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? It is right here. Well, actually, it's right here. What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That's the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praises in order. Don't tire me, old man. He's okay. This is the only time I'll defend Payne, but he's not that old. He's 49. Like literally. In this case, he's 49. But then again, he's balding. So, you know what? No, I'll give you that. Yeah, he's balding. Kind of deserves that. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do, but what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at that crime scene photo. Did you see the victim is wearing a leather jacket? As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. It does, isn't it? You mean? Yes. It was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. In terms of murder, he slyly pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. But what if it wasn't severed at the time of death, though? You can't fucking prove that. Order. That's enough. I think we conclude that there is no reason to continue this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us with them. Mr. Grossberg, my hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor, last time I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. Mia, my beloved, you know always know what to say. Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? He's never told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't just say it. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further... I did it. What? I admit it, I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. Huh? But wait, when they met, the thing wasn't broken. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. This is what we saw earlier. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Just don't talk about her like that. So, Wright pushed Doug over. So Nick pushed Doug... What did you just say? So, Nick pushed Doug over. And then the electrical wire just snapped. That just feels like really shitty timing. Like, we could get away with him being convicted of, like, maybe manslaughter. But then again, like, I don't think it would be... I think we could try and get Nick off, like, scot-free. Because it's like... He pushed him over, but he didn't know that the wire was going to snap. It was just really unfortunate timing. So either manslaughter or he just doesn't get convicted. Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe you. I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the heart shake. Grossberg, go see a doctor, please. Please. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I'm back, but he was just lying there dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as I say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. What from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted, but when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true, even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he isn't innocent, there must be some kind of evidence that will prove it. So what kind of things did Mrs. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Okay? Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. But you're not doing yourself any favours there, Mr. Right. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after you said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a bit more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a little gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right, there was nothing like that at all. But it's impossible that you really overlooked it. Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I believe what's more important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on the testimony witness. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was pretty loud. It's like snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Ask for my details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It's like a sharp crack. Ah, could it be? Could it have been? Yes, could it have been? How did you tell us? When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Oh, it was the broken umbrella. Oh. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it's a plastic umbrella. Cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. What? What? Well, I'm sorry. Nick, please. What the fuck? Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Ray, what do you think of it? I think. Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, of course it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No. The stream umbrella is more than important. It's vital. Once if sure have it entered into the testimony. How about fitting flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer? We're bullshitting. We're bullshitting this. Court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. Ah, we're doing shit. We're bullshitting and it's fucking working. Bullshitting and it's fucking working. So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella and you are certain of this? Yeah, it was right under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. Sorry, just something to die. I'm going to do shit later. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, planning to borrow it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Oh yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Then I stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of our love. My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia. I'm sorry. Continue on with testimony, witness. A little while after I left, I tried to get worried. I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Unless we can find something that shows innocence from that testimony we did. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse. However, yes, sir. Right now, I need my phone. If only that'll help me turn up some contradictions. Let's get worries. Found umbrella. Shelf. Okay, what evidence do we have? So we have a trace badge, date of death, the autopsy report, crime photo. Wait, you could have fell on his back. He was on his front. Shove. That's after 3. Did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious. You left without even checking Mrs. Swallow's condition. Well, yeah, but like I said, I got worried about him later. After that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? No, nobody. You're dodging the question. Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier? In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from the testimony there. I'm afraid the judge will make his decision with remorse. Boy, he wasn't on top of his cheap umbrella. Yeah, I'm gonna present the crime scene photo. Why did you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella's nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallows was still alive. Yeah, fuck you, Payne. Fuck you. Order. The victim. He moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want to present it as evidence immediately. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. But, yeah. I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render my judgment. Stream elements, you are delayed. What the fuck? Stream elements, we are an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 23 minutes into stream. You're late as fuck. What the fuck? No. Yeah. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's, not defense's, case by the defendant's testimony. Okay, I've got his testimony. That's gonna come up later. Hold on, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor, it seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess, you have another witness. Exactly, and this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. The fuck does incontrovertible mean? The fuck does that mean? uncontroversial. I literally read that as uncontroversial. Not able to be denied or disputed. Okay. This game has big words. This game has big words that I do not understand. Yes. Big words. Who is this? Is this Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She's at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? Yeah. I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? We'll see. We'll see. I think it's a good point for us to stop at cold now into a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright, at least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy? You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side anyways. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set my eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh hey, take a look at this. She gave me this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. There we go. Some days I just can't word. She has been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright. It makes me happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share happiness with the whole world. No. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. Oh, a strange girl. Asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was, but how did you? This happened on August 27th right here in this courthouse. Was this a newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Yeah. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Do we have that? No, the last thing we have is the necklace. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct? Happened from 8 as a 28th, almost 8 months ago. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Ghost, but I need to finish this myself. Right in the courthouse, very little information is being disclosed at this time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Dahlia. That was probably Dahlia, right? If you think about it. this could probably would have happened before her birthday, because she's 20 now. So, yeah. It's just myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough for day. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Yeah. To be continued. We'll do the second half of the trial. We'll do the rest of this tutorial case like we always do. Part 1, 2, 1, 2. What does that note say? Final day. Oh, now we reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. This next person is someone who will witness the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. There she is, Dahlia. What's with this stiff silence? In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. Don't believe her! She's a bullshitter. She tells lies. She's a liar. Can't believe you actually said that. Yeah. Oh, now then, witness, could you please say your full name? Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. And if anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right out of sight. And I'll bash them with my because I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Yeah. Sugar! Hello! Hello! Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. It's where we were playing. It ended before you can say bye really fast. Hello, Jax. Hello, Matt. Hello. Welcome on in. Hello. Welcome on in. We are playing Psssttt. We're doing a tutorial case. We are actually on the second part of the tutorial case, so we should probably get this finished by the end of the stream. But yes, hello. Welcome on in. How was your stream? How's the rest of your stream? Go do the rest of your whatever you do after stream. Is that Ariana Grande? No, this is no, it's not. Actually, it was very good, thank you. I did not make that connection. No, this is Dahlia Hawthorne. This is Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay, I'll get you. Let me get you caught up on this case. So basically, let me get up the court record. So basically, this guy, I like her butterflies. I do too. But we shouldn't trust her. We shouldn't trust her. We should not trust her. She is. I won't say anything more because we'll just find out. We'll just find out in the rest of this case why we should not really trust Dahlia. And probably in the rest of this game too. But yeah. So basically, this guy. Send that back. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, this guy, Doug, he is the guy that was killed. And Phoenix, so basically, Phoenix and Doug went to have a little bit of conversation about Dahlia, right? And they came together and were like, well, and Doug was like, blah, 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 Dahlia is kind of shit. You shouldn't be with her. And Phoenix was like, no, I like Dahlia. Dahlia is great, blah, 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 blah. And so, anyways, after they had their little conversation, Phoenix fucked off. And after that, boom, this guy dead. Got killed by electrocution because exposed wires and shit. He was killed like around like 3 p.m. And Phoenix and Doug met around 2:45. And this is what Doug had in his hand at time of death, which is some like cold medicine, and Phoenix has a code and just has his fingerprints on him, and yeah. um, and yeah, and Phoenix said that he heard a loud sound, and the prosecution, aka Winston Payne, who I fucking hate because he's just the fucking worst. And he's just a fucking dumbass. It was like, when Payne was like, oh, it could have been the electrical wire snapping, or it could have been the sound of like Doug being electrocuted. But it wasn't. It was actually just Doug falling on his umbrella and the umbrella being, a very cheap umbrella, just breaking. That's the whole thing. And yeah, and then we got shown this little bottle necklace, which will be very, very relevant later on. This little bottle necklace. Is this the third part of a prequel? You said you completed the last one, right? So this is the first case of the third game, and this is more like a flashback case than this is just like a flashback case, pretty much. It's kind of both. So technically, it's kind of both, cause I think, cause we do play as Mia, who, if you don't know, Mia died in the second case of the first game, but like in the second case of this game, we resume playing as Phoenix. Oh, okay, that's why he's 21. Yeah. This is just a flashback, basically. So yeah, and this is a like a necklace that Dahlia gave to Phoenix on the day that they met, and literally like every time that Dahlia and Phoenix meet, Dahlia's like, "Hey, can I have the necklace back?" Which is a bit weird. And also, there's this newspaper clipping from almost 8 months ago. 8 months ago, kind of important because that's when Doug and Dahlia broke up, and that's when Phoenix and Dahlia got together. So 8 months ago, kind of a weird time. It's basically saying like, oh, there's this lawyer that was like potentially killed, and police are questioning the 19-year-old college student who was Dahlia. I assume this is before her birthday, and yeah. And the only other people you need to know about are like Grossberg, who's just like the mentor for Mia. He just doesn't really do much, really. He just tells us the basics of like what we need to do for this case, because this case is like a tutorial for Trials and Tribulations. So he's just like, oh yeah, you can look at the evidence using tab. Yeah, it just tells you like the basic controls and everything. So yeah, and I think that's it, pretty much. And so we've got some lore by saying that the only other time that Mia has been in court was 1 year ago, and we shall get more lore on that in a later case. So yeah. Anyways, let's get right back into the case, because we're in the second part of this case now. We're on the second half of this case, so I think we've got like an hour-ish left of this case. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're also nice. I must feel right at home. Not all. It was nothing. If we may move on now, what's your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Well, we know whose milkshake brings out the box. Jeez. I love this game because it like has so many references and puns. Despite the fact that is like murder trials, it's just like just a silly little game. Sir, something I can help you with. And silly names. Yes, very silly names as well. Like for example, Salmonella. Very silly names. Just a silly game in general. Like, it can have like serious moments, but overall, just very silly. Just a very silly game. You just go on and say whatever's on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes, yes. I can see why you'd say that. She's going to be a tough witness, alright. It only took us 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Then please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. Witness testimony. She kind of different, I feel like she has different eyes to everyone else. Let me see. Because if you, for example, okay, so Doug and Dahlia are the only one people with profiles that have their eyes open. But if you look, Doug's are just the solid colour, while Dahlia has like these little stripes in them. That's like a bit weird, and I was just like, what the fuck is up with her eyes? It's like, that's a bit suspicious. I am planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. And we already established that Phoenix did actually push Doug, and it wasn't just like, oh, he fell over, he actually pushed him. But Phoenix didn't push him into an electrical wire, he just pushed him over. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go find some other students, and they called the authorities. Yeah, look, even the judge has just like solid eyes with a little pupil in it, not like with the stripes in them. That I can't seem to get past her eyes. That's a bit weird. And I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, he didn't do any. He didn't kill the guy, young lady. As old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes. We've met before. Once. Once before. In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madame Fey. Madame? I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie. Yeah, she's like, what, 20? 20 odd? Kind of wish we actually got like the names of the people who were playing, not names, but like profiles of the people who were playing as, so we could get a little bit of extra lore about them, you know? Just a little bit of extra like lore and stuff about them. Okay. Wait, which one do we need to press her about for the Steam achievement? Press Dahlia's claim that Feeny pressed twice. Okay. As a lot of you guys may know, I love getting Steam achievements. I love getting Steam achievements, man, which is why I'm gonna try and get every single one that I can in this game. I mean, there's some I haven't got from previous, like, cases that we've done. I can't really bother going back and doing. I can't bother going back and doing doing like achievement hunting streams in previous cases. Game's too long to do achievement hunting streams, so yeah, for like one achievement. So yeah. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese senryu poetry. Oh, how wonderful. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes? Nothing left to do. When a man reaches his age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry. Sounds more like a midlife crisis. Not gonna lie, it sounds like you're having a midlife crisis, Mia. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area. Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always have to walk. Through the front doors. How else would you bloody enter? Teleportation? Yeah, how else would you bloody enter? Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind that building. Then suddenly, Dougie got a wobble and just collapsed. Wait. Forgot where we went. Just reading the witness testimony. So who's this Dougie person? Oh, I'm Swallow. Sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Dougie? Mr. Swallow, Mr. Right talking about anyways. How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Faye. You never drag the witness down to your level. She was just asking. Why am I being demonized here? Yeah! He's gone. What did you see next? Why is everyone being so mean to Mia? Mia doesn't deserve this. I assume that the victim just collapsed on his own. Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. And so what do I do about her testimony now? Actually, wait, I want to go over it. I suppose the statement works out in our favor for now. I'll hold off on looking into any details unless necessary. Very. Oh, young lady, please continue testimony. Wait. Show contradiction. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Faye, I'll now allow you to badger this witness. But she's fucking lying. She's fucking lying. Because literally, Phoenix said in his testimony. Oh, wait, shit. It doesn't say it. Yeah, but yeah, Phoenix literally said in his testimony that he pushed him. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. As she has no supporting. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Fuck off. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. Yeah, stop going back on your words, fucking pain. Pain in my ass. What? There's no need to try to cover it for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed her. It didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear anything unusual either. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Ducky fell to the ground. At that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break! That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Why did you do that, though? When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. So stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do. But in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building's entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on? But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about the students. Just so the students called the police? Yes, I was just so panicked. Yes, well, anyone would have been my dad. That girl, she's trying to super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's got to be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I am going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. Why would the students consider authorities? Didn't hear anything unusual either. Wait, you saw him fall to the ground. She said she saw him fall to the ground, but there was a loud sound. Let's present Phoenix's testimony. So you didn't hear anything unusual, but is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That is fucking bullshit, and you know it. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have heard the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix, right? And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said what? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear the noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. According to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There was no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Maybe a moment to answer. By all means, I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the same time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The window was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though a star wasn't ready for its fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning occur. Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out, which is fair. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in the testimony after all. Wait a sec, Camilla, the testimony just now said something that could totally change. There's lightning! Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony. We're just completely bullshitting right now. What do you mean? Do you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? Now it's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor, anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? Technically possible, if rare, but possible. And I must admit that thought had not occurred to me. So what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy? Anyways, like I said earlier, this guy has negative brain cells. So yeah, I don't know how he became a judge. I just know he has negative fucking brain cells. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered, but that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow is in fact the victim of a stray bolt. It's possible. We're just bullshitting here to make sure Phoenix Wright gets the not guilty verdict. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that death was actually accidental? Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't. What the fuck are you on about, Payne? I'm heard that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location. What? What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. So why didn't you say so fucking earlier? Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence? The affidavit. And who is this affidavit from? Pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in the lab that day. Allow me to read it out to the court, the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day. Was there a blackout? All the lab's equipment ran high voltage, Your Honor. Stating the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m., which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently the cables had become so brittle, that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. The power cable broke through due to some sort of impact on the 9th of April, because this game uses American dates at 2:55 p.m. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it had been bumped into. Correct. Well, suppose you could say that. Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable, Your Honor? I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was the cause that caused the cable to break? Oh god, we have to choose. Umbrella? Oh my god, Matt, you are so smart. Matt, you are smart. That makes sense, This is why the cable snapped. Matt, you are so smart. Well, yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? Big brain time. I believe that the only thing that snapped in this one is that was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor, give me one more chance. Well, then let's hear it. Here, for fuck's sake. Okay. Okay, so what do we know? This guy fell over. Oh bullshit, they said any little bump. Yeah. Let's go through the... Sometimes shit is hidden in the descriptions, so let's look at those. Autopsy report, nothing there. We looked at that photo, nothing about the part, about the Cold Killer X. Nothing about... It's not the umbrella. Who or what? So I can look at profiles as well. It would have been the necklace or the newspaper clipping. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? And the only people there were Wright and Doug. So do we have to say Doug? I feel like we have to say Doug. Cause like he did. Oh, but this is it. This is why the cable snapped. Oh, Your Honor. Yeah, blue snap. Luckily, we don't get points deducted off our penalty. So okay, who or what? Let's just present Phoenix and let's see. Ooh, what's Phoenix? Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. The defendant's testimony? He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now this happened at around 3 p.m, correct? Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that the lab equipment lost power at 8:25, which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline? In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Smart. But wouldn't that just add to the fact that Phoenix caused Doug's death though? Because if you think about it, even if accidentally, because it's like Phoenix pushed Doug, and since Phoenix is an art student, he wouldn't have known that the wires that set all in motion. Yeah, like Phoenix, even this suggests that Phoenix did it accidentally, because he probably wouldn't have known that the wires, that the high voltage wires around the pharmacology department were like very like brittle and frail and could easily break. Because again, he was an art student. He didn't go around the pharmacology like science department, so he didn't know that shit. But he still pushed Doug into the wires. So yeah, this still suggests that Phoenix is guilty though. So yeah, yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. Yeah, and that it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swell to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that. Oh! Banged into that pole. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, I'll try to explain it. So, or what I think this means. He banged into the electrical pole, not the actual wire itself. And since the wire was just extremely frail, even bumping into the electrical pole that the wire was like attached to made it break. And but the electricity wouldn't have gone down the electrical pole, from my understanding. I don't know really how electrical poles work, but the electricity wouldn't have gone down the electrical pole and killed Doug. So yeah, it was that impact that caused the cable to break. Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, that doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. Yeah. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Yeah. Order in the court. The lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them. This game uses big words that I don't understand really, but you know, it's whatever. It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have done it. Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? No matter damn attorney's explanation, like regrets, yeah. She said some things are a little different than I remember them. What? What the? Dahlia! You have to go fuck things up now. Jesus fucking Christ. This is once more. May I please testify one last time, please, Mr. Judge? Of course, it's alright. Just go ahead and give your new testimony. This is it. She's finally starting to show true colours. Okay, witness testimony, part 2. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Ducky tried his best to run away from him, but Feeney caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Ducky being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. I thought you said you didn't see him being pushed though. So after being pushed, the victim got up and tried to run away. And that is when the defendant pushed him from the second time. I'm sorry, Feeney, but I just had to tell him the truth. And am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fair, you may proceed with your cross-examination. And oh, my new lamp is fully charged. Okay. Save first before cross-examination. It's gonna be so weird. Just save it in the third slot instead of these two slots here. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know, I'm sorry, I wanted to protect Feeney. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge? Yes, would you please forgive little me? Of course he won't. What? It was just called perjury. Oh, come on, it was just a little white light. And it was a fucking crime! She just committed. All the Ace Attorney witnesses do this, I swear. They just lie to the court, commit perjury or whatever the fuck it's called. Commit contempt of court, mistrial. Yeah! All Ace Attorney witnesses do this. Even like really like even like witnesses that have been in like multiple trials and have been in like multiple cases such as Oldbag and Lotta, they still lie. They committed this on several occasions. Witnesses in this game genuinely frustrate me because like the lies they pull, the lies they say, like are just like, oh, little lies. It won't mean much. We can find out the truth in the end. But no, it's still a fucking crime. We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on, alright? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge. We caught you lying multiple times, but it's okay, go ahead. Literally, like, I'm so surprised that several Ace Attorney witnesses have, like, not been in prison by now, or, like, have not been on trial themselves. Like, especially, like I said, Oldbag and Lotta, who have been in like multiple cases. Like I think Lotta has been in 3 cases, I think, and Oldbag's been in 2. Like, I know like Oldbag was in Farewell My Turnabout and Turnabout Samurai, and also Oldbag is probably one of my least favorite characters. She flirts so much with Edgeworth, and and you can tell that it makes him like genuinely uncomfortable, but she still does it anyways. And also, she talks like so fast. Like, whenever she's having a little ramble moment, like, it's not like here where like you can keep the same text on the screen for how long ever you want. Her text boxes go by so quickly when she's like in one of her like rambling moments. So it's like very hard to read off. Like it's basically impossible to read the text that she's saying during those moments, and it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Lotta, she just lies. She's not as frustrating as Oldbag, but she still does lie in core, and it's also that is also very frustrating. Lotta's been in. Okay, she's also been in Farewell My Turnabout and Turnabout Samurai. She's been in one more case though. Can't remember what it's called. I think what case has Lotta been in? I'm gonna look up her wiki page to see which. Look up her wiki page to see which cases she's been in. Let me see. Or at least what cases she's been in from what we've been in. Turnabout Goodbyes, Turnabout Samurai, and Farewell My Turnabout. Turnabout Goodbyes was the other one that I was thinking of. And I have such an itchy nose. This happens like every stream pretty much. Not all. The judge had better be more careful himself. The Dark Alley is friendlier than that girl. Literally! The only half on is so suspicious. I've just got the achievement. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I know it doesn't look it, but Feeney can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. I got to go. Good night, Pop. Have a good weekend. Good night, Matt. Good night, Matt. Feeney really is scary when he gets mad. Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed. So let me get it straight. You're happily listening to music on your headphones while you watch the scene unfold? Mistake. I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What is that? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all. What the fuck? That's very sweet of you to be so supportive. And what happened after that? That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest and bits of the jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of this leather jacket? Well, no, there weren't. But okay, may I suggest that you listen a little bit more carefully? I said that he crashed into him from behind, remember? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Ugh. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sure I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. That's understandable. Yes, indeed, it would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold. If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her life, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia. Phoenix posted him twice. First time was into the electrical pole, that's when the cable broke. Doug tried to run away from him, but Phoenix caught up and crashed into him from behind. Cable snapping, Doug being electrocuted, it all happened in less than a minute. Okay. Let's look at the evidence. So I'm guessing that's where he originally fell. And that's where he fell the second time. Happened in less than a minute. Shit. This couldn't have happened in less than a minute. I'm sure of it. I'm sure it could have happened. This could have happened in less than a minute. That's enough witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine, that's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It's not to the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yes, any pointers, Miss Faye? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered a power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It's 2:55 p.m. Which means there's 10-minute difference between the cable snapping and the electrocution occurring. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Order in the court. This is nonsense. The real murderer. Even you can't deny the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? Is that my problem? We're just trying to get Phoenix a not guilty verdict. There's only one person who could have murdered Mrs. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer. Dahlia. Mr. Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer? Yes. It's Dahlia, I'm sure of it. It's finally time. It's the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready. Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalised. Think carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is this real killer? It only could be Dahlia Hawthorne. It could only have been you. Dahlia Hawthorne. How could you? The defense is grasping at straws. 10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they thought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift the pharaoh to stop the men dearest to you. Order, Miss Faye. What? I mean, why? That is to say, Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on the day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? I didn't do anything. Miss Faye, it's very serious. Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. You, what is it? Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What, are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Leave my Dolly alone. That boy. He's got himself in way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I arrived just in the nick of time. I found a police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Let's read it quickly. Okay, incident overview. Location, District Courthouse Cafeteria. Dinner time, August 27th, 4 p.m. Victim, Diego Armando, age 28. Occupation, liar. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspects regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Suspicious. You'd better take a good look at it. Details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Now that the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, that is... May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. And that is, go right ahead. Madame Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you're also trying to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry. Please, go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Athena. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear. I believe that girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer is that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building, and then that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony? What about? About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she in fact had a very good reason. Very well then, the court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on just for a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. How she met Phoenix. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey, we literally make people sing. It's just jealousy, I think. That's right, do that again and you'll be held in contempt of court. But you don't hold Dahlia in contempt. You don't hold her perjury. Fuck's sake. And now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Yeah! So until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Then my emotions changed so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. No, no, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. The critics have even taken to call me Judge Fickle. Maybe I should look for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judgini. The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room? This kind of questioning was a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. But it has to do something to do with a murder case. Hey, murder case. How about that later on? In another case. How about that later on? Don't worry. Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case, I have to remember the judges on Dolly's side. I better judge carefully. You're right. If you allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well, young lady. I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? If it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this. I had to come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. You were writing a paper? On what? On a relationship between modern Senrio poetry and the criminal underworld. That sounds like a fascinating research idea. Am I getting old? Nah, I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Again, with the midlife crisis stuff. Mia, why did that girl really come to the courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear. So please be sure to look for it carefully. So what was it about Mr. Red that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Perhaps to a woman of your age, but to me, Feeney is handsome. There's like a 4-year age difference between you guys. Chill out. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked. She's telling the truth. It was truly shocking. Beautiful mushroom, going tall in the dark. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeney. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, not at all. None at all. We parted on very good terms. That can't be. Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup. Huh? Are you sure? Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way, so the victim wanted to break up with her. So you see now Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you two? But, well, you see... Our cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife. No one cares! No... no one cares, Mr. Payne. Exactly. No one cares. This is me. Stuff. No one cares, Mr. Payne. She didn't deny it. That must mean Doug Swallow must have seen through her little art. Yeah. Must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature. Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony. 8 months ago, cover base, just a mutual paper I was writing. Oh. Was it on this? Let's present the police report. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, a sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Ada, this is unbelievable. It's true that the loveliest roads can hide. Miss Faye, that's not fair. Don't slander my witness. I, Mr. Payne, would not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. I'm just gonna stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. You really low fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. This guy just shut the fuck up about his hemorrhoids. I met a lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment and that's when it happened. In my head, it's a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. Seriously, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Really? So that's what happened here 8 months ago. However, as you heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. What does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Aha, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. We save. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? I'm sorry, but that's confidential. According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up with when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all what that incident was? There's absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you. You heard the man. Now that is true, young lady. Oh, Feeny, please. Ugh. Those two really are making me ill. Albeit for decidedly different reasons. How long were you gone? I've already answered all those questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. What were you doing that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What were you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop. That's concerning. If she doesn't shit, then that's very concerning. You had a defendant, Miss Faye. Better look for it next time. Oh, Feeny, please. The police have already looked into this whole matter. The standard question is lifted by waste of the court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue your testimony. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons? Well, let's see. My bottle of eye drop says it's half fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. So it's about 2/3 of that amount. The poison. How much is 2/3 of a half? 2/3 of 1/2. 1/3. 1/3, everybody. The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped in there. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect. Oh, and where would something like that come from? I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it. Chemical processes? Oh, that's quite impressive. Most impressive. The bad question is, how did the criminal get something like that? The pharmacology department. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you, because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison. I think that's a good enough reason, Madame Faye. She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions. So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime because no one could show how she obtained the poison. Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some right. And how did a literature student get a hold of poison of all things? My nose is so itchy. Oh my god. Oh wait, from Doug, wasn't it? Oh my god, from Doug. Because he was a pharmacology student, wasn't he? You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. It was so itchy, I'm sorry. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow? That's right, up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mrs. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mrs. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology. His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could have never obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all, and then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table, you. Order. Could it be? That's nothing but baseless. I said something, Madame Faye. What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you need some sort of container. Well, yes, that's true. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned it in that report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. Seeing I threw the poison container away, I think you should know some kind of proof. Proof? Something good with that. Provide some evidence, or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead. The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. Yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where's this container the poison was carried in? What happened to it? A small bottle necklace. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix, right, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice? Unknowingly. Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's... That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does this mean? Miss Faye. Oh my god, you are such a fucking dumbass judge. How the fuck did this guy become a fucking judge? Jesus fucking Christ. The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix's rifle was 8 months ago, August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present, all for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. What, are you saying there's a deadly poison in here? No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain that if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Order in the court. Phoenix. On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyways? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. That's right, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is because of that necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not, and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear on your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. Yeah, what a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. But Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of a crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying, but you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No, that's a lie. It's not a lie though, is it? Mia, are you alright? The defendant, he's getting away. Bailiff, hurry, after him. Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. But he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no, what is it? The ball necklace Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy, that's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behaviour is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. For fuck's sake, Phoenix! You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. Ugh. What's he doing now? How's he not dead? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Did your stomach hurt? The bowl you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that the bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think it's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. So it would seem. No, there must have been some mistake. The bowl must have not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There, it's alright, okay? Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see you've placed this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hawthorne with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. No, it's not wrong though. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, and to proceed with the trial. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, Miss Fair. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believe me, and I feel like I've really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I totally forgot to tell you. What is it? That day I'm at the Swallow. That girl you shouldn't see anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night someone stole some poison from our lab. She stole it! Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It couldn't only have been her. That girl's a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's only one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about this, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is... Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago to her. If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she was killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye, if you're so certain of your period, then let me ask you this. I mean, this is your last chance to clear it carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back, therefore, who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planned to kill? It was either Phoenix or Doug. There's only one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. That person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can it be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. They weren't though. Oh, Mr. Wright, that must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right, their bottom necklace, that's all she cared about. But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move that she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Feeny, what a joke you are. Her eyes are normal now. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? Everyone told you time and time again to keep a trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. But Miss Hawthorne, it appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you you plan on making me into a criminal, but no matter what I say, you are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, what's your evidence? It seems you sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottom as a snack. Ugh. Oh well, hey old man, have you seen her or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? We absolutely no proof. You treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish her blow late already. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take your attorney's badge forever. Take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No. You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye, or I should say Miss Gray. Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt was wrong? I don't think we can. I don't think we can at all. If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible, you can't possibly. Stupid woman. It is in the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented, just one. If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will be immediately presented on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Our common lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Will Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. What proof do we have, though? What do we have, though? We have. I'm gonna guess. Here it is, Your Honor. Code Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved code medicine. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a code? If I did, I still wouldn't take this code medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said is in his testimony? Well, I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the incident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Oh! She was the one who took his bottle of Code Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it's the victim saw that's holding the medicine. I'd like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? Her. What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone had accidentally run into the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right, she did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left us into the crime. That's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Code Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about on the court electrical cable. That's what say that. Kind of like whatever she said. She used a severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she, as she put it in a statement of panic, recalled that she was carrying a bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. Dun dun dun! Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, aren't you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright, you ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinky liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey. Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being, well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later. Okay? Yes. I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care, I'm Winston Payne. I don't believe the one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Who the fuck cares that you're Winston Payne? Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes. Would you take care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier. I could have sworn you said... There, it's alright, Rookie. For example, I would trust this witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? Yeah. And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Told y'all he was fucking balding. Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. No, you fucking didn't. Don't lie, just admit you're wrong. Yeah, just admit you're wrong. By the way, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Payne, this can't be happening, Fairley said. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be my dear Dolly. Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. This court finds the defendant Phoenix Wright not guilty! Yeah! Woo! This court is adjourned. Mia, you're wonderful in that. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. And Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them? That's not rude. You're rude for talking about your hemorrhoids all the time. Anyway, this case made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with this client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Right, congratulations. Thanks. I was thinking, go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. And what? Yeah, the dolly I knew could never have said those kind of terrible things. But maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. Need to forget about her, Mr. Right, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to be a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But it's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should be able to save him in time. I see. Same as Faye? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Right, I'm still new at this myself. But I still think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we can see each other in court someday. Whatever he said. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better life. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. Memories I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day. Yeah. Episode 1. Turn about memories. The next one is a stolen turnabout. I barely remember this one. Oh wait, no. I think this is one with Mask the Mask, I think this is the one with Mask the Mask. I don't remember. Yes, save my progress. Let's just... Oh shit, wait. I can't. I've been keeping the Lady Tony trilogy on mute this like entire time. Jeez. I have completely forgotten about this trial though. I'm gonna get through this intro sequence before I actually ramble, so I can actually make sure that it's like proper save. That took us like almost exactly like 3 hours. No, it didn't. It took us under 3 hours because I have like just under 3 hours of recorded time, but just over 3 hours of streaming time because obviously we're streaming time because I have thingy. The shivers as well, so I started seeing as well. But yeah, this is the one. The stolen turnabout is the one with is the one with Mask the Mask. So yeah. So yeah. It's a long intro sequence, so yeah, we're going to be talking a lot next time. Let me go to options. Options. No, don't reset everything to see. Okay, yeah, it's saved to the very start of the stolen turnabout. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end now. I think Psssttt is live. So yeah, let's go raid Psssttt. I think she's playing Baldur's Gate 3. Oh shit, wait, what's this? Oh, that's something webcam. There we go. Move it there. I need to move this shit about. Yeah, Citron is playing Baldur's Gate 3, so we're just playing a raid. Come on here. Yeah, go enjoy Citron's stream. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the stream of Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, and I shall see you guys on next stream. Also, Twitter poll. This is Twitter poll on my Twitter. On what I should stream on Saturday. There's like 2 days left on it. So yeah. Anyways, go enjoy Citron's stream. Bye bye.